Miss Marvel makes her solo writing debut. Captain America is revived in 2099, a classic team's anniversary, and the last Power Ranger walks among us. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about only good comics. I'm Brant, and this is Friday First. This is that series where we talk about those brand new number one issues, new character debuts, new story arcs, and the like. And this is for books that are coming out the first week of August in 2026, August 5th. And we have a top 10 this week. We have a couple of honorable mentions and yeah, some interesting books in this week's show. Before I get into that, just share a little bit of my week. I've been running around like crazy, wearing new glasses. I still haven't figured out how to not get them to glare when I'm looking at the camera. So I apologize for that. You're seeing all of what I'm seeing, but I lost my glasses. They fell out of my car at Walmart actually, and I went back to look for them and I found them, and they were right where I parked. And then I dig them out, and they had been run over, probably by me. So yeah, that's what happened with my week. So I got new glasses, got a different frame as well. Still getting used to them a little bit. So yeah. Anyway, um, aside from that, it's been a fun week. Had some fun comics. We did an episode of Comic Book Weekly this past Tuesday. If you did not get to check that out, it was our San Diego Comic Con summer special. It was the last kind of solo episode before we come back on August 18th for the regular weekly show every Tuesday night. So mark your calendars for that. We'll be back every week on Comic Book Weekly and Comic Book Corner 2.0 starting on August 18th. But if you missed that and you want to hear us talk about all the San Diego Comic Con news and some of the big books from that week, go check it out over on Comic Book Weekly. And yeah, it was a fun time. We had a blast talking about all the news and getting back together. It had been several weeks since all three of us have been together, so it was a fun time. So definitely go check that out. But without further ado, let's jump into this week's honorable mentions. Our first honorable mention comes to us from Marvel, which is Mary Jane Face It Tiger issue number 1. This is kind of an anniversary type issue. We have kind of the spotlight on Mary Jane here in this issue with 3 different stories from 3 different eras of Mary Jane. And we've got writers like Ando Sinti, Ashley Allen, J.M. Demetis, and J. Michael Straczynski doing the writing chores in this. So if you're a big Mary Jane fan, you want to check it out. Because it was more of an anthology style story, I didn't include it on the top 10, but I definitely wanted to make mention of it because A, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, which means I'm a big Mary Jane fan, and B, I just wanted to make you aware of the book. So that's why Mary Jane is an honorable mention this week. Our next honorable mention is X-Men of Apocalypse Omega issue number 1. This is I guess is the big finale of this mini series that I kind of fell off of. I read the first couple of issues, which again is why it's not on the top 10. But if anybody has been reading this series and you want to see how it all wraps up, definitely wanted to make you aware of this book as well. It says secrets revealed, betrayals, deaths, and a shock ending that will have X-Men fans talking for years. We'll see how true that is, but if you have been enjoying this series, you'll definitely want to check that out, and that's why this one is an honorable mention. And now onto a noteworthy book this week, which is Masters of the Universe Genesis issue number 1. This one is written by Rich Douek, who his kind of star has been rising. I know him from indie work, and he's a really good writer. So I wanted to kind of shout this one out. And it's a Masters of the Universe book as well. I just watched the Masters of the Universe movie. I had a fun time with it. It didn't take itself too seriously. It kind of referenced the 80s movie as well with a cameo appearance, and I thought that was kind of fun. But I had a blast with it. Wish they had put some more characters in there. We'll see if they actually do a follow-up and everything. But if you are diving into this world, you want to find out some origins, this is the book to kind of do that. You're meeting Skeletor, which is the big bad of the He-Man universe. So you can check that out here. So I definitely wanted to shout that out. Art is by Gavin Smith. And there's your noteworthy book. So with that, let's jump into this week's top 10. Coming in at number 10 from Bad Idea Comics is Realligator issue number 1. This is written by Robert Venditti and Brockton McKinney with art by Mannix Abrera. 32 pages, $5.99. it's it's a big giant alligator who's called the Re-Alligator in this brand new horror universe that they're launching through Bad Idea. And if you're not familiar with these writers, obviously Robert Venditti has done a lot of work. He's worked on Green Lantern, he's worked on Superman 78, various sci-fi projects as well, The Surrogates, different things like that. And then Brockton McKinney is a horror director who did Rept Child, so kind of those big monster horror movies. So we're meshing those two worlds and bringing it into the comics. I thought it was a fun concept to play with, so that's why Realligator comes in at number 10. Coming in at number 9 from Image Comics is Death Vigil. This is written and illustrated by Stepan Sajic, who is a phenomenal artist and pretty great writer as well. And this is, I guess it's from Top Cow. It makes sense it would be from Top Cow. He's done a lot of Top Cow work. It says the smash hit series is back. So I'm not familiar with the previous series. This cover was pretty striking to me, and I thought, okay, I gotta put that on there. One, I'm a fan of Sajic's work, and two, that cover just caught my attention. So it says, bad news, you're dead. Good news, you can join a band of Death Knights and help protect the world from necromancers and cosmic horror. The pay's not great, but you'll love the coworkers. So grab your spirit weapon and prepare for battle against the primordial enemy. Join Death Vigil today. So if you're a fan of the previous version of this, or if you're coming into this cold and you just like the concept or you like the art, definitely check it out. But for me, that's why Death Vigil comes in at number 9. Coming in at number 8 from Marvel is What If Captain America issue number 1. This is what if Captain America was revived in 2099 instead of when he was revived in the 616. So instead, Steve Rogers comes out of the block of ice in 2099, is interacting with all the 2099 characters, X-Men, and presumably Spider-Man, and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that's a fun idea. This is written by Mark Guggenheim with art by Ron Lim. So, classic creative team right there. And I thought that was a fun concept to play with. And this crop of what if stories has been pretty solid. So that's why What If Captain America comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7 from Mad Cave Studios is the Omega book issue number 1. This is written by James Patrick with art by Pauli Junquera. And this book has has all the secrets of the universe within it, apparently. And this priest, Brady Parsons, has just inherited pages of this from his father. But now, obviously, everybody's fighting to get knowledge of this book. If it falls into the wrong hands, all kinds of chaos can happen. It can end the universe, all this crazy stuff. So Brady has to enter this world of science and mystery to try to prevent that from happening. So it's kind of one of those kind of stories where you have this big thing that you have to protect from. Every single threat in the world is coming at you, and you're just kind of coming into this. We've seen this concept before in various different ways, but I always like fresh takes on this kind of thing. And again, the cover was striking, the idea is striking, and so definitely going to check it out. But that's why the Omega book comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6 from Oni Press is Fort Psycho, issue number 1. This is 40 pages for $5.99, written by Matt Kent with art by Brian Hurt. And Brian Hurt's art looks really cool. This cover is eye-catching, and so that was kind of what put me onto this as well. I mean, you got the shock face, the bullets flying everywhere. This is they call it an extreme action comic. And I'll just read a little bit of this. It says it's a 40-page first chapter of a powerful new maxi series stocked with train killers, secret betrayals, and the long-buried truth about the mission that led them to an off-the-grid island prison with no hope of escape. So this takes place. So 10 years ago, Singapore sank into the Pacific Ocean. There's this terrorist organization called the Seven Seals that took credit for it. The United Nations created this strike team to kind of send operatives into the fray to kind of eliminate the Seven Seals organization or take out their leader. things kind of go crazy, go wrong, and now you have these disgraced and disavowed agents, disgraced and disavowed by the governments that train them. The world's most dangerous secret agents have been convicted for their crimes and sentenced to serve time side by side in the one place capable of holding them, their old island headquarters, Fort Cyclone. That's where the story actually begins. It's kind of interesting. So you've got all these operatives that were sent into this kind of war zone a little bit, and now they're all kind of left out to dry by the government, and they have to fight to survive and fight to escape this place that used to be their headquarters, and it's impossible to escape. It's kind of a crazy concept. Hence the name Fort Psycho. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and yeah, so that's why Fort Psycho comes in at number 6. All right, getting into that top 5, coming in at number 5 is Queen in Black Venom Unchained issue number 1. I did read the actual Queen in Black issue. I thought it was pretty solid. The art was really nice. It was more of a setup issue, but it was better than I hoped for. So because I wasn't looking forward to this event, but so far so good. We'll see how it goes from here on out. But this particular book is focusing all on Venom, on Eddie, who has been imprisoned, and he's failed to bond with Carnage, and now the Queen in Black is coming. So Eddie wants to get out. So we already know from San Diego Comic-Con that Eddie is going to be Venom again. So this is probably setting up the path to that happening. And so if you're wanting to follow Eddie's story in this overall story, this will be the one to check out. And that's why, for me, Queen in Black Venom Unchained comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 from Dark Horse Comics is the Smart Division issue number 1. This is written by Zach Kaplan with art by John Pearson. And this is as it calls it, a dark and modern sci-fi detective series set 5 minutes in the future. So it's about a predictive artificial intelligence and all that kind of stuff. And because of this AI, we've got the supposed perfect murder set up here with these two unlikely kind of odd couple investigators, a Gen Z savant and a veteran FBI agent, have to team up to hunt down this killer, using or starting the FBI's first AI crimes division. So kind of leaning into this whole trend and this whole world where we're heading into AI being at the forefront of everything. So I thought it was really timely and kind of interesting to play with that concept within the government. We've seen TV shows that kind of do this as well, and movies and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see how they play it in this series, and that's why the Smart Division comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 from Image Comics is Chachu. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but this is the solo writing debut of Iman Vellani, who played Miss Marvel in the Marvel TV show on Disney Plus, and obviously in the Marvels movie as well. And this is about a 19-year-old Pakistani Canadian girl who is kind of entering adulthood and looking to experience the real world, with kind of wanting to go to Hollywood and live out dreams, and is a big fan of pulp novels and everything, so has this romantic idea of what Hollywood is and all this kind of stuff. And then she connects with her estranged uncle, her Chachu, as it says, who is a middle-aged semi-retired private eye who gained brief fame after marrying the starlet he was initially hired to find. But his wife goes missing once again, and the two are kind of forced on a road trip to try to find her, track her down. And Layla is still kind of dealing with young adulthood and fitting into this world and everything. So it's kind of this coming of age story mixed with this pulp noir kind of modern detective story, kind of interesting. And obviously kind of digging into her own culture a little bit here as well. So that's going to be interesting to play with as well. And I'm excited for the solo writing debut here, and definitely excited to check this one out. And that's why Chachu comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2 from Boom Studios is Power Rangers Green issue number 1. This is, I think it's a one-shot. This is written by Paul Allor with art by Gustavo Vargas. And this is basically kind of like TMNT: The Last Ronin. Tommy is the last Power Ranger. He's the only Power Ranger, and the Green Ranger is about to return. He's the only one walking around. It says the world we know is long gone. Tommy Oliver has put away his morpher and settled into a quiet life with a strange little family, but one day an unexpected visitor from his past arrives on his doorstep and challenges him to take up the hero's mantle once again. So we don't know what the threat is, what the reason for it is, but it looks like Tommy has to step out of the shadows and become the last Power Ranger once again. So that's kind of an interesting, concept to play with, and obviously an interesting choice to do that with. It makes sense that it would be Tommy, given the popularity of the Green Ranger, and of Tommy Oliver. So, and of course, of the actor that portrayed him. So that's why, for me, Power Rangers Green comes in at number 2. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Fantastic Four issue number 15. This is the 65th anniversary issue of Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four has always been a solid issue. They do a lot of one and done, or like 2 story arcs and that kind of thing in this particular run of the book. And this one is paying homage to the history of the Fantastic Four, celebrating it with this extra large issue, 40 pages for $5.99. This is written by Ryan North with art by Umberto Ramos. And it says it's going to feature classic images by Jack Kirby, John Buscema, John Byrne, and Steve Epting. I'm sorry, I was trying to say Epting Scene, and it was running together. Epting Scene in an entirely new way. So yeah, if you've been enjoying this run of Fantastic Four and you want to celebrate the family with the current creative team, and it's not an anthology style story, it doesn't seem like, this might be a cool book to check out. It says this is the one issue you won't want to miss because you'll have to wait 65 years for anything like it. And it also says Johnny's mustache saves New York City. So that just sounds fun. Sounds like the funnest book out of this crop of first. This isn't really technically a first, so I'm kind of fudging it a little bit, but because it is an anniversary issue, I thought I would include it. And obviously Johnny's mustache is a star here, so first time Johnny's mustache gets to save the day. So we'll see how that plays out, but that's why, for me, Fantastic Four issue number 15 comes in at number 1. And there you have it. There is our top 10 for this week of Friday 1st. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found something maybe you didn't know about, or you got more details on a book, or whatever the case may be. Let me know in the comments below which first you're looking forward to this week, or which comics in general you're looking forward to coming up in the first week of August 2026. Let me know if you checked out Comic Book Weekly. What do you think about the news coming out of San Diego? What are you excited for? What are you meh about? Let me know everything in the comments below. And of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel, helps the show. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss any of the content coming up on this channel. Of course, you can follow me across social media at Only Good Comics, or type in onlygoodcomics.com to take you right back to this YouTube channel where we talk about only good comics. Until next time, thanks for watching. Take care. Keep reading those comics, and I'll see you soon.